Okay, yeah. So there's a lot of changes coming up in the world of ID. How should grad school change to keep up with the changes in tech? Is there a way to prepare for exponential innovation by the end of a degree program?
Wow, that's a great question because and you're really thinking about graduating and applying this. So, coming from the world of academia, I know that grad programs move slowly. Changes happen slowly, new courses get developed slowly. So, these are some courses I think should be in graduate programs in instructional design and ed tech. But if they're not, say in your program for the listeners, no worries because there's a lot of ways to learn about these things before you graduate or right after you graduate. And I think these things are really important. And if they're not in your program and you learn them, you might be a step up amongst other graduates if you have these sort of courses under your belt. So first thing I would say is statistics and data analytics. If your program has a course like that, I would say go deep. It's a great pay attention, get as much as you can out of it because you're definitely going to use it. But if your program doesn't have a course like that, no worries because there's a lot of entryways into data analytics. I'd say the easiest is hone up your skills in Excel, learn how to make basic dashboards, and try to figure out how to get data from, say, courses and get insights from it and have it show in the dashboard. You could also learn Python if you wanted to, but that gets to my second. Actually, that gets to my second course. So first course would be data analytics, and if you can't do it and they don't have a programming class, I'd say learn a little bit of Python and get better at Excel. If you have a programming class like Python, that's great because I think you're going to be able to use it, but you should um, try to veer it over to data analytics for courses as much as you can. Meaning, learn Python to get insights from, say, the back end of courses. I think that would be very helpful if you were to get the data and use Python to make insights, to make suggestions. I think that's fantastic. If you're learning, if your program has, say, HTML, CSS instead, that's fine too. I think a healthy basic knowledge of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript together, just if it's not offered, learn enough to make a really good responsive web page or small website. Responsive meaning it looks great on a phone, it looks great on a tablet, and it looks great on a monitor. If you can do that, you're in the world of web design and you'll know how to work with other people and you'll know so if you don't have a programming class, I would say based on what you really love to do, either learn a little bit of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or learn a little Python and apply it to data analytics. I wish there was a course in UX. Again, if there's no course for you, no problem. Lots of places to learn about UX and UI. And it's really important to try to understand how the learner is experiencing the courses you're making. So the more UX UI experience you have, the better. There should be a course on project management. And I've talked to other people on my podcast where they say people would love that, but there's really no room for it. Again, I say no worries, but learn a little bit about project management. There's a lot of free courses out there. The certifications are pretty awesome. You get a certification in project management, you could use it, everyone very well recognized. And I would say go get yourself a project management tool. A lot of them are free. Like you could get a free version of Asana and start using it. Maybe go through your grad program and put things into projects and start using a project management tool for your own stuff. And I think that knowledge would really help you as you move on to being a professional ID. LMS design. Lots of schools are migrating from one LMS to another. I would say if you don't have a course on LMS design, again, no worries. There's a lot of tutorials and things out there. I would get 3 to 5 sandboxes if you could. I'd get a sandbox to an LMS instance of Moodle, Blackboard, Canvas, Brightspace, and I would just play in there. I would learn how to design and develop courses in different LMSs. Um, what well, I definitely think that there should be a course on working with faculty. And I know that's kind of a hard course to develop, but I think it's really important. So if there's no course like that, and it should really focus on being able to build a good needs assessment with the faculty. If you don't have a course like that, I think you should, if you have a chance in your grad program to do a project and they give you a lot of wide berth, I'd go to my teacher or my director and say, I'd like to redesign a course with a faculty member here. Could I have permission, or could you give me a faculty member that I could work with and spend the whole semester or the whole project, I'm sorry, the whole program duration working with a faculty and document the whole thing. Like document what it's like, the meetings you had, where can you improve, how's the needs assessment going, where are the stumbling blocks, and present that as a project. I think it would be great as you then move into being an ID. And I would say also big elephant in the room, AI for education. There's a lot of teachers out there apprehensive about AI. So you should know a little bit about AI, and there's a lot of great courses that you could take, especially for education. But you should also be able to talk to teachers about how to use AI, or the pros and cons. Where does it, what's good about it, what's not good about it, how to use it ethically, how to use it productively. So the more I think you know about AI, the better. So those are a couple courses I wish were in a graduate degree, but there's only 30 credits. There's a lot of things to cover. So these things you should be work on getting a working knowledge of before you even start. So let me go through them again. 1, basic statistics and data analytics. 2, some kind of programming, web or something like Python. A little UX, UI, project management, and get yourself a project management tool and learn how to use it. LMS design, get yourself some LMS sandboxes, ask around. Sometimes you could be added in as a guest, or sometimes you could get one for free. Try to get the top 5 LMSs and know your way around. Working with faculty, practice your needs assessment and interviewing questions and how to talk to faculty. And AI, learn a little bit more about AI because it's coming, and it's here. So those are the things, if I could maybe, easy for me to say, but if I could, create a grad program and maybe add more courses, those are the kind of courses that I would want to integrate.